Greetings all. I don't know if you can hear me with the thing on, with the special effect. So I'm going to shut that off in a second, but just saying hello, just turning the thing on. It's Friday. Darren, greetings, sir. I hope that you can hear me. I don't know if you can. I'm going to turn off this ridiculous effect. In favor of that ridiculous effect? No. In favor of no ridiculous effect. So hello, everyone. It is Friday, finally. Final Friday for this week. You can hear me. Good. Rachel, yes. Greetings. Hello. It is Friday. Yeah, some wild effects, Darren, courtesy of the Book of Faces. Sister Sue is watching. That is nice. I'm just trying to bring myself up on my own. Do I want to follow myself? Can I follow myself? Is that a thing that can be done by people in this modern day and age? Keith, greetings to you in Florida. Darren, you can hear me with the effects. That is good to know. All right, so now I'm just scrolling down to see if I can bring up today's show. There we go. Now I've got everything all set up. Scott's here. Who else is here? Pick, you're here. Greetings. You're feeling a whole lot of love. Well, good. Glad to hear it. Is that a pork pie hat? I think it is a pork pie hat. It's a leather one that I got at the surf shop that went out of business. ZJ's surf shop, right down the street here. I got this years ago at the ZJ's. It is a pork pie, and you can go full Rocky with it. Turn the brim up, but I think this is how I'm going to do it for today. A little more Sinatra than Rocky today. That's your choice. It's Let's Laugh Day. Well, let's do it. Let's do it, everybody. Dave, you're saying, Jake, are you going to be doing these awesome live streams every day after the pandemic is over? Dave, this may be my new job. Who knows? I just spoke to my friend Bobby Slayton today, the Pitbull of comedy. I love that guy. He's really a sweetheart. And he is embracing retirement, which just listening to him talk about how he's not going on the road again almost made me feel like, oh, maybe I'm not going on the road. And maybe I'm not, except for Jake Fest and a few gigs to the cities that we've described. Maybe I'm gonna be launching my first farewell tour when the pandemic is up. But Dave, in answer to your question, my feeling right now is that I'm going to keep doing these for a while because I'm enjoying doing them. So, and when you say when the pandemic is over, when's that going to be? We're getting variants, Anyway, I don't want to get all pessimistic. Ooh, I think I need a little drink of water. Oh, Rachel, you just made and decorated cake for your son's birthday that's definitely nailed at caliber. Whenever you do this, you console yourself that it's okay because you have other skills. Well, of course, we know you have other skills and some other awesome qualities, which may rise to the level of skills. But love a photo of your awesome nailed it cake in the chat or here if you like. Scott, yes, Bobby is very funny. Brad, Friday greetings, Sir Jake. Yeah, Sir Jake, and Lord Jerry. I am drinking water. I know it's Friday happy hour, but we had some friends over last night, and I split a bottle of wine with a friend, and that was about enough for me during these. I don't know. Maybe just getting old. Maybe I'll have a bit of whiskey later. So today, I've got some visual aids. Yesterday, we closed the day with a quote from Bethany Hamilton, and this is just to prove to you that I do have her book, Soul Surfer by Bethany Hamilton. You can see that's her arm that the shark bit off. The video is hot now. It could be a new avenue for me. Yeah, it could be a new avenue for me. That's what I'm thinking. So Bethany, oh, I see. So this is where the shark bit the board, and you can see that's her arm was bit off. But you hope I have a leather jacket to go with the fedora. Yeah, I do have a leather jacket somewhere, and I think this is probably leatherette or some kind of vinyl, but who knows? So where are we here? Scott, you're saying Brian from the Bottle Rockets band realized that a year off was a dangerous thing and retired, thus ending the band. Yeah, no, I get it. I get what Brian from the Bottle Rockets is saying. I'm not interested in retiring, but if you can't get bookings at the end of this, then you can't get bookings. But I'm still the Jake Fest is going to happen somewhere, and then I think I will be able to do a little bit of a tour to some of my favorite venues. Once the pandemic is over, and then who knows if it's just us from here on out. The daily briefing, the growing daily briefing, growing all times. New people are coming to the daily briefing, so I'm ready for that. But right now, I've got this Bethany Hamilton book. Maybe we can read a bit from that today. Let's see. Let's read about Bethany's inspiration. Now, keep in mind, this is a person. She's a religious person. So unlike the ancient aliens in the Bible, Bethany she's on board for the Bible. Her inspiration. She was once asked to name somebody in history who I admired a lot. Someone I thought of as an inspiration or a role model, and I had to think about it for a few minutes because there are all kinds of people that I've learned about who are amazing. In fact, I could probably come up with a pretty long list, but I said Father Damien. Not many people know who Damien was or what he did, especially people outside Hawaii. I didn't know that much about him until I watched a video movie on his life just before my shark attack. To me, he's a role model of compassion. And then she goes on to talk about Father Damien, which I don't think that's beyond the scope of a Friday happy hour show. But there, we've got some Bethany. I've also got, we asked for some stock tips yesterday. I found my Warren Buffett book, a few lessons for investors and managers. And this is, it's mostly little pithy quotes. And the first ones are so general that it's difficult to kind of unravel them. But his advice gets more pertinent as it goes on. But anyway, so I've got the Warren Buffett. That's a possible thing that we can be reading from for later. A great business has pricing power or the power to raise prices without losing business to a competitor. Maybe this is not for the daily briefing either, ever. That's a bit dry. That's for some other daily financial thing that I do on some other version of the internet where people give a shit about that. So there you go. Damien worked with lepers. Interesting. Jake, if this comedy thing doesn't work out for you, you can use a part-time bartender. Well, that sounds good. Summers in New Hampshire are gorgeous, and you have plenty of room. I like it, Dave. Maybe we can piggyback Jake Fest on top of my summer bartending job at your golf course. Pick, you're saying I could be the next David Sedaris. Yes, I could go from reading books to writing them. That would be a good idea. I think. You have a leather fedora and a matching sport coat in your basement, Rich. Well, congratulations to you. You are as happening as I've always imagined you to be. Is this yesterday's or today's? Ouija, it's today's. Today is today. As it always is when you think about it. But this is today. It's more the scope of a Friday fish fry, Rich, you're saying. Brush with fame, my sister says. I once ate lunch with Warren Buffett. He had a cheeseburger, tater tots, and an orange soda. Oh, Warren Buffett. Follow his investing advice, but don't fall into the I'll have what he's having trap, because orange soda. I'm no thank you on orange soda, and I'm yes please on tater tots. So now you know more about me than you did when you got here. How's the fun meter? Pretty effing good. Let's take my temperature. It's Friday. I thought Lady Jerry might join us, but she's busy with her own projects now. I don't even know why I say daily briefing with Jake and Belinda, because she hasn't been here for a while. 98.2. I think I'm still okay. What an amazing, humble, down-to-earth meal. Surprising, Darren? No, I think that's Warren Buffett in a nutshell. Warren Buffett and our friend and former nemesis, Bill Gates. I remember when we used to hate Bill Gates and love Steve Jobs. And now we realize we may have had that backwards. But Warren Buffett is a pretty down-to-earth guy. And he and Bill Gates have both vowed to give the majority of their fortune to philanthropic causes prior to their death, and if failing that, then after they die. Warren Buffett, I don't know how close you're trying to nail that cash out and then cash out thing. Maybe we could get Warren Buffett to come to Jake Fest. Well, certainly he's invited, as is everyone. It's not an exclusive. We're not working from a very exclusive list for Jake Fest. Are Warren Buffett and Jimmy Buffett related? Well, they should be. They're sort of like the Goofus and Gallant, if Goofus was even a musical star. So Goofus, I don't. But yeah, I love Warren Buffett and Jimmy Buffett being related. I love it if they're brothers that took different paths to the future, and neither one of them is aware of the other one. That would be my favorite twist in that story. The Warren Buffett and Jimmy Buffett are brothers, and they have no idea what happened to their brother since they were both 20 years old. There's my story, and you can read about that in my book when I'm on my Jake Johansson, David Sedaris type book tour. I got to get busy writing that book. Okay. Brad, you had lunch with Warren Buffett as well. Well, very good. All right. Scott, you're saying your buddy caught the looks askance in Austin when we brung our own beer to barbecue brisket joints. Yeah, I suppose that's a little bit. Yeah, you're not supposed to bring your own beer to the barbecue place. Jake Sedaris writes his books making money, then reads the records, his books making money, then reads his books to an audience making money. Nothing to sneeze at. Well, Pick, sounds like you've got it all figured out. You're like an impresario for me. I don't know. You're a regular Flo Ziegfeld with the way you've got my career mapped out. That would be a concert you go to, Warren Buffett and Jimmy Buffett. Yeah, I would go to that concert too. I think Warren's going to have to open up for Jimmy because after some blowing out your flip-flops, stepping on a pop-top, I don't think you're ready to do some P&E ratios, but maybe. Cheeseburger in paradise with an orange soda. Darren, people are working hard on a Friday in the chat. Thank you all. DJ Eric, I might as well say the whole thing, right? DJ Eric Nurnberg, you love to eat. Your waitress asked you today what you wanted on your hot dog. You said a hamburger. Oh my God. It's funny you should mention it. There's a place in El Segundo that I haven't been since the pandemic called I'm brain locked now, but they have a Monster Burger, which is a cheeseburger that has a split Polish sausage on top and homemade potato chips. It's called the Richmond Grill in El Segundo. The Richmond Grill in El Segundo. The cheeseburger with the split open sausage on top, schooner of beer. It was opened by a guy the year that I graduated from high school, so I'd imagine he and I are close to the same age. I think he may have recently sold it, but I'm pretty sure I know it's still there because I rode my bike by it just a couple weeks ago. So now you got me thinking about that. That's going to happen. That's going to happen next week, I think. The burger with the hot dog on top. I mean, you're talking about it, DJ Eric, but I'm going to actually do that. Brad, you ordered your Friday night fish fry for curbside pickup. We had pizza last night, so I don't think we're going to be doing takeout tonight, but who knows what's going to happen. Your fish fry just got delivered, Rich. Congratulations. Ooh, with kielbasa. Jen, you're here. Were you going to say sorry? Don't be sorry. You're welcome anytime. Did I leave my wallet in El Segundo, Amy? No, I'm sure that's a reference to something that I'm not getting. But I don't think I left my wallet in El Segundo. Yeah, there is an oil refinery there, but it's kind of, El Segundo is an up and coming part of LA. It's right next to the oil refinery and the sewage treatment plant, but it's like the last beach community that hasn't been hipsterfied or gentrified, and it's happening now. All right. Jen, you're saying your Catholics equals filet of fish sandwiches. That could be good. Darren, first attempt at homemade Chicago-style deep dish in the oven. Wow. When I seize the day, it'll be done. Awesome. I'm happy. I'm loving that you've timed it out. Flavia, hello. You're a little late, but better late than never, as they say. And actually, by my watch, you're just a little over halfway. You still got a half of the show left. Oh, it's a song by a Tribe Called Quest. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Left your wallet in El Segundo. Tribe Called Quest. Sorry, I wasn't hip enough to know that. Don't let this hat fool you. All right, let's have a question from the question box. So sad that Lady Jerry isn't here. I really had I didn't push her on it, but I did have my hopes up that she might be in attendance for today's show. But in her memory, I offer you this. Oh, what the heck? I offer you this. Ah, there we go. I thought the fart machine was broken. Oh, there's some kind of malfunction with the fart machine. Hopefully, I'm gonna get that straight. I'm gonna have a guy in over the weekend to take a look at the fart machine. Something's wrong. All right. If you could wear anything to work, what would you wear? If you could wear anything to work, what would you wear? And I have to say, this is a good day for this question because I happen to be wearing these pants. Oh, and some pink octopus pirate socks, if you please. So, if I could wear anything to work, I'm planning to wear these trousers. Oh, I've got my fleur-de-lis shirt. I think I just have to tilt the camera down. Now, why didn't I think of this sooner? I think I'd wear these pants. I think I'd wear those pants to work. I think I'm going to be wearing those on stage, or maybe just for the bartending part of my job at Jake Fest. So I'm going to be wearing these clothes. Fortunately, I've had a job this whole time where I can wear basically whatever I want to work, as long as what I want is. I mean, my philosophy with dressing up for my job is always dress up just a little bit nicer than the audience, so that they understand that you're here. This is important to you, and it should be important to them. But I think I've mentioned that before. Wow, there's a good. Bob, you're a recovering Catholic. You're having steak tonight. Your uncle was a priest. Your aunt was a nun. You're having steak on Friday, so you don't accidentally run into them in heaven later. Rich DeTooch recreating binging with Babish's recipe. That sounds good. Brad, pants not off. Whoa, no. Yeah, Jeff, this is the fleur-de-lis. I got this a few years ago at Jazz Fest, and I'm pretty happy with it. The fleur-de-lis with the flowers on it. Yeah, the hipster pants. I did get a compliment from a young man at the Starbucks, an employee at the Starbucks. He goes, "Where'd you get those pants?" And I said, "Amazon." He goes, "What do you type into the search to get them?" And there's a link for them in the group chat if anybody's interested. I think some of you already have these pairs. Ed, you just showed up and it was a crotch shot. Well, yeah, these things happen. You missed Bethany Hamilton's the cover of her book. That was quite a startling visual. But welcome aboard. The further you pan down on Jake, the crazier it gets. I'll say, check out these socks, Ed. The pink pirate socks. All right, that was a bit too much stretching for me. You're combining the pics of Belinda and the crotch shot of Jake in an album. Yeah, Darren. I'm just waiting for someone to make a compilation teaser video of all the highlights of the daily briefing. I mean, I'm fairly certain that after a year of this almost that we would have enough. We'd have enough for a nice 2-minute video. Oh, Rachel, I also am just noticing, I forgot to give this to Christella when she was here, but I've got it here, so the next time she stops by, which I think will be next Friday. I'll give it to her then. How are my toenails painted, Ed? They aren't painted. My daughter is going to be dyeing her hair pink today, and I was hoping that she'd give a little comb through for me so all the gray bits would go pink. But I don't think that's going to happen. Yes, Sue, you did give me these socks. You always get confused between Kraken and Cthulhu. Well, Ouija, the only thing I can say is they're both awesome and probably delicious. And I don't know if you remember my geeky jersey for the dude from The Big Lebowski, the hockey jersey, but there's a Cthulhu one that I can't wait for them to reissue, because I do like a Cthulhu. The Cthulhu and the Kraken. I think the Kraken is just a deep sea monster, whereas Cthulhu is here from another planet and means to take over, and he's sort of evil. Cthulhu is H.P. Lovecraft, and the Kraken is, I think, some kind of ancient, probably Nordic lore monster. But that's my guess. Oh, Ouija, maybe some Lovecraft readings would be a nice diversion. Yeah, well, I don't have the H.P. Lovecraft here for reading. And I don't think it's time for a Wisdom of Our Fathers this week. How are we doing? Oh, we still have a bit of time left. Let me take a look and get down in here to, how about a little trivia? This can be hit and miss, too. Oh, I wonder if oh, here we go. Handy Andes. That's today's trivia. Tourists huffing and puffing in the cold, rarefied air of the Andes Mountains often wonder how the Andean Indians can live comfortably, and I'm sure that we're supposed to say the indigenous Andeans, because Andean Indians, it's fun to say, can live comfortably at altitudes of up to 17,000 feet. What these tourists don't realize is that the Andean Indians are much better suited to the rigors of this climate than are other men. The lungs of these mountain inhabitants are larger, and their veins contain about 2 quarts more blood than those of sea-level dwellers. How about that? This is some interesting trivia or facts about Andean Indians. You live at that altitude for generations, and the survival of the fittest means your lungs are larger, and the veins contain about 2 quarts more blood. That is a lot of extra blood. The Indians' slower beating hearts are about 1/5 larger than ours. Their arms and legs are shorter, and their eyes are covered with a fold of skin to keep the eyeball from freezing. Now, that almost sounds made up, but how could it be? It's in this book from the 1970s. So there you have it. If you can't trust a book from the 1970s, then what can you? Ed, what are you saying? Is the 26th anniversary of the show, the 26th anniversary of the show, is going to be a blowout hour plus show? Ed, well, that's a good suggestion. How many days do we have to plan for that? Oh, that's 6 days. Oh, that could be the day after or the day of my my second vaccination, so I don't know. But yeah, let's do an anniversary. Maybe we'll do a little anniversary show and have a little longer version. I can get Lady Jerry to stop in. I hope. Jeff, I see you got Cthulhu. You got a little photo of Cthulhu. I think that I've seen better pictures of Cthulhu before. Where can you find my old stand-up comedy, DJ Eric, you're asking? You can find it on, I think a couple of the CDs are on the iTunes Music. And on my website, you can buy 2 newer DVDs. And I'm going to say, you search the internet, there's a crap ton of it out there. And I've been digitizing VHS tapes here in hopes of posting them to the tube of you. So that's going to happen. The pick you're asking, are those really facts? Did Snopes check out Triviata? I don't think Snopes did, but you can look it up. The Andean Indians, how much blood do the Andean Indians have? And while you're at it, how much wood can a woodchuck chuck? 2 two eyelids on those Andeans? Wow. Is there a race of people somewhere with no eyelids? Bob, maybe. I don't know. And now, would you like a bit of Snark to finish up the show? Some of these I've already. That's drugs, drinking, and the law. That's a good category of Snark. This is from W.C. Fields. Back in my drinking days, I would tremble and shake for hours upon arising. It was the only exercise I got. W.C. Fields. How about that? Homer Simpson. Oh, I'm in no condition to drive. Wait a minute. I don't have to listen to myself. I'm drunk. A little drunk driving humor. Oh, is nice on a Friday. So I'm not sure what we've got. If that's true about Andeans, they should run marathons. Yeah, well, they come down here to sea level, and they would clean up. Yeah, Gary, you're actually saying, yeah, this will take about an hour, is on YouTube. It used to be segmented, but I think somebody's posted the whole thing up there. I'm digitizing that also, and I think one of the things I may offer when I go out on my farewell tour is a thumb drive with my specials and CDs and some of my old appearances just on a thumb drive, so you just give me $1 million, and I just give you everything. It's all on a thumb drive. I haven't got the price exactly worked out, but $1 million seems fair. Ouija, you're saying you can't run anything. Well, I went in swimming today. I saw the dolphins in swimming. It was really beautiful today in the ocean. Still cold. Short legs on the Andeans would be a drawback, Bob. Yeah, if they're running a marathon, although, you just have to turn your legs over a little bit faster. And maybe the Andeans would do that race walking, or whatever they call it. They used to call it speed walking, but I'm not sure what they call it now. If that's Darren, you're saying the pizza's out of the oven, pics to be posted, but can't wait. Jen, you're saying $1 million seems fair. Yeah, well, it's been a tough year. And I'm really only a couple $1 million away from being set for life. So that's where I'm coming from. That's what I'm thinking. All right, Lady Jerry, wish she was here, but in her absence, the fart machine lives on. We got time for a Spanish lesson before we go. Let's crack out the Spanish lesson. I don't know why I'm not doing these regularly during the week. The 5 of clubs. My name is me llamo Jake. But you knew that, so we don't need that. We need more comedy in these crazy times. Yes, Jeff, we do. And I would love to be the guy who gets to do some of that, but that decision is not entirely up to me, as I discussed today with my friend Bobby Slayton. So great to talk to him. Very funny guy and awesome human being too. Just don't let anyone tell you that your comedy is priceless. Yeah, you're right. That usually means that they're pirating it. Used to have an Olympic speed walker that lived near you, Bob. Quite a sight seeing him training the road every day. I bet. Well, happy Friday, everyone. It has been my pleasure, as always, to be here with you, and I will see you on Monday for Motivational Monday. I think I've already got an idea about what I'm going to do, but as you can see by the blinking Seize the Day sign, it's time for Seize the Day. Let's seize the day. I'm fixing to seize this mopo by the short and curlies. If you're even allowed to say that. That was the thing that we used to say, but I don't even know if you're allowed to say that. Well, I just did say it. I just seized that day. Here we go. Today's Seize the Day. It's from Pope Francis. How about that? Pope Francis. We've had a little bit of religious talk with Bethany Hamilton, and yesterday with the ancient aliens in the Bible, which we all look forward to that next week. Today's Seize the Day from Pope Francis. This is important. To get to know people, listen, expand the circle of ideas. The world is crisscrossed by roads that come closer together and move apart. But the important thing is that they lead toward the good. Well, I'd like to think that. I'd like to think that the future bends towards goodness, and so as do the roads, and they're crisscrossed by roads that come together and close apart. Pope Francis, I don't feel like you really brought that in for the landing that I was hoping for. But it is important to get to know people. Or it is important, if you're trying to get to know people, to listen to them and expand the circle of ideas. And I think that that's one thing that we've really lost nowadays, is listening to each other. Sometimes you want to point out to someone that they're doing something dangerous or something that's endangering you, and you're trying to be polite and calm, and they just don't even have the patience to listen to you before they go right to F you. So let's us try not to be the people who go right to F you this weekend. Let's try and be nice to a jerk. And as always, don't give up. There'll be plenty of time to give up later. Rich, have a great weekend, everyone. Tomorrow's the first day of spring. Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. Although I did just say it. I just read what you wrote. Darren, you have a wonderful weekend. Yes, air hugs to everyone. Jeff, Jen, thanks all you guys. And I will see you on Monday. I mean, I won't see you, but I see you. I see you. I see you. All right. Happy Friday, everybody.